Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Blending Ain't Easy. I'm your host, Elle, and today we're getting into a topic that can make or break a blended relationship: boundaries with the ex. Now, listen, whether you are the one with the child or you're dating someone that has one, there's always that third dynamic in the picture: the other parent. And while some co parenting relationships run smoothly, others can bring tension, confusion, and even a little drama if boundaries aren't clear. So, in today's episode, we're going to talk about what healthy boundaries actually look like, how to set them respectfully, and how to protect your relationship without creating unnecessary drama. Let's start here. Co parenting is all about balance. The goal is to keep the child's best interests at the center while still maintaining peace and respect between all adults involved. But when new partners enter the picture, things can shift, and not everyone adjusts gracefully. Maybe the ex still calls too often, and maybe they're still used to dropping by unannounced, or maybe they still treat your partner like they're together. That's where boundaries come in. Boundaries aren't about control, they're about clarity. They define what's okay and what's not okay. Without them, misunderstanding happens, emotions flare up, and relationships suffer. Boundaries are what make co parenting sustainable and blended families peaceful. Now, let's talk about the situations that come up most often: communication overload. That's where sometimes you'll find the ex that is consistently calling or texting about the child, or sometimes about things that have nothing to do with the child. Communication should stay focused on parenting matters only. It doesn't need to be daily unless there's an emergency or something urgent involving the child. Another situation is drop ins and unannounced visits. That's showing up at your home or your partner's home without notice. That's a big one. It's okay to set a firm boundary that says, please call or text before stopping by. That's not being rude. That's about mutual respect. Next, we have the emotional boundaries. That's where sometimes one parent may still rely emotionally on the other when they call, venting, reminiscing, or getting personal, like talking about what family members or old friends are doing. If that's happening, it's time to pull back and redirect. Conversations should stay centered around the child, not the past relationships. Next, we have holidays and family events. Who goes where? Who spends time when? This can be tricky. Planning ahead helps, but the key is mutual agreement. No guilt trips, no pressure. It's just what's best for the child with clear communication. Now, here's the part that takes a little finesse: how to set boundaries without causing more friction. Here are a few tips that really help. Let the biological parent take the lead. If you're the new partner, it's not your job to deliver the rules. That's where we, as the new partner, always get tripped up. We always want to put our 2 cents in and let the old partner know, I'm here now. And that is where the trouble actually starts. You should always let your partner be the one communicating boundaries with their ex. It's their ex. That keeps things respectful and prevents misunderstanding. All right. Next, we're going to keep it calm and factual. No attitude, no emotion, just clear, direct communication. For example, hey, I'd appreciate it if we could limit texts to parenting topics so things don't get confusing. It's firm, but it's not rude. I think this would also remove any question about if there's a possibility for there to be something more between the exes. All right. Next, we're going to be a united front. Be a united front with your partner. You and your partner must agree on the boundaries before addressing them with anyone else. If the two of you aren't aligned, that ex is going to pick up on that, and it'll cause more tension. That ex can pick up on that tension and drop a wedge right between you and your partner. So please communicate with your partner. Last, protect your peace, not your pride. You don't need to prove anything to the ex. The goal is harmony, not competition. When you focus on peace, you move from reacting to responding. That's where the power is. Okay, so what happens when you set boundaries and they still don't respect? Well, here's what you do. Stay consistent. Don't cave just to keep the peace. Limit unnecessary communication. Keep things brief and focused. Document important agreements if needed, especially around parenting time. And if it becomes toxic, involve a neutral third party, like a mediator, counselor, or family court if necessary. You can't control other people's actions, but you can control your reaction. Protecting your peace doesn't make you difficult. It makes you healthy. So, at the end of the day, boundaries are about respect. Respect yourself, your partner, and even the co-parent. It's not about being controlling or cold. It's about creating a space where everyone can function without chaos. Blended families thrive when adults act like adults, with emotional maturity, communication, and a commitment to peace. So if you are navigating this right now, remember, it's okay to say no. It's okay to ask for structure, and it's absolutely okay to protect your peace, because a peaceful household makes for a happier child and a stronger relationship. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Blending Ain't Easy. I'm your host, Elle, and I hope today's conversation gave you some clarity and confidence in setting healthy boundaries. Don't forget to subscribe, share this episode, and drop a comment. I'd love to hear how you've handled co-parenting boundaries in your own blended family. Next week, we'll be back with a powerful topic: when your partner's parenting style doesn't match yours. That one's going to be a good one, because we all do not have the same parenting skills or style. Until then, remember, love takes peace, families take teamwork, and blending ain't easy, but it's worth it. Toodles.